We'll go along. Okay. So everybody, I want to introduce my new friend and real estate expert for Mufreesboro, Tennessee, Rachael Hadidsaz. Rachael is going to introduce us to her town and what the real estate market's like there. So everybody, please meet Rachael.
Hi, Barry. Thank you for your introduction. And yes, I'm from Mufreesboro, Tennessee, and it's right here, actually, the very center of Tennessee. We're within the Nashville metropolitan area, which is Nashville and like 13 surrounding counties. So we're a city of our own right, but we also enjoy everything that Nashville has to love.
That sounds like a great place to live with so many options for fun, but also for different price points in that respect too.
Yeah, most definitely. So the average price point here, if you're looking at just that average 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, is going to sit right around $300,000 for both our city and our county, which is Rutherford County. And it's actually gone up about 10% in the last year, just due to the lack of inventory here. It's just caused a huge damper on all of our buyers. You know, it's great if you're a seller, but it's hard if you're looking to get into a home right now.
And are most of your buyers looking at existing homes, or do you also have some new construction going on?
Actually, that's a great point that you just brought up. We have got so much new construction going on in Murfreesboro. I'm pretty sure we have every national builder in town, and we also have several local builders. And it's just because of the insane growth that's happening here. Murfreesboro is actually the fastest growing city in Tennessee, wow. And we're among the 10 fastest growing counties in the U.S. right now, Rutherford County, Tennessee. And it's just because of, one, we have a great standard of living. Our cost of living is average, but it's reasonable for a city life. And also the job growth opportunity, whereas the national job growth projection is just over 30%. Here in Murfreesboro, our job growth projection in the next 10 years is over 50%.
That's huge. That's got to be a great reason for people to want to relocate there.
Yes. Oh, but sorry, back to your question about new construction. We've got every national builder here, and any type of new construction that you're looking for. The price point for new construction is a little bit higher for existing homes. They start generally in the low 300s, moving on up to 500s, and you can even get up to like $700,000 homes. Something above that, you'd probably have to build a custom home.
Great. And tell me about, some of the other activities. Obviously, you're close to Nashville for music and things like that. But what are some of the other, benefits of living in that part of Tennessee?
Well, like I said, we have everything that Nashville has to offer. Like you said, it's got a huge music scene. It's more than just country music. There's also a huge cultural significance for the area. Murfreesboro was the site of a Civil War battle over at the Stones River National Battlefield, and they've now turned it into a national park, so you can go there and learn about the battle. It was one of the last battles in the Civil War before the South fell. And I love the history of our town. Our little town square is one of the few remaining town squares that were built prior to the Civil War, just because a lot were burned down, but ours was actually, they used it as a prison. So I guess they had a use for it. So there's a huge cultural significance to our town, and lots of things to see related to the Civil War and things in the 1800s. As far as recreation, we've got some great parks here. Barfield Crescent Park is one of my favorites. It's huge. It also has a hiking trail right within town. Another place I like to go is to the Borough Beach in the summertime. It's kind of like a mini water park. It has one of those like zero gravity pools that you can just walk into. Some other things to do that I love to do is the Greenway system. If you're a biker, a walker, or a runner, we have 13.5 miles of paved greenway that just goes all throughout the city with several different access points.
Neat. That feels good.
Hmm.
Nice. And have you lived there for a really long time?
I just moved to Murfreesboro in 2016.
Okay.
So I know what it's like to be new in the city and not know anyone. I came here for Amazon of all things, and it was a great opportunity, but I decided to get into real estate. So I have a strong customer service background working in both retail and food service before that. But I've lived in Tennessee my whole life. So I'm a Tennessee girl. I was originally from Cookeville, Tennessee, which is halfway between Nashville and Knoxville, Tennessee on Interstate 40. And I also lived in Knoxville, Tennessee. So I know a little bit about East Tennessee as well. I went to school there.
Got it. Got it. So you're definitely knowledgeable in all things Tennessee. Why don't you talk a little bit about some of your recent transactions and what it's like to be a buyer or a seller in Mufreesboro?
Well, if you're a seller right now, it can go pretty quickly. If you're a buyer right now, you just have to be ready and ready to move if that property comes on the market. And of course, we don't have a lot of leverage as buyers right now. We're kind of at the mercy of the sellers. Unless you are going into new construction, there's not a lot of room for negotiation there, but it might be a little bit easier to get into the housing market that way. I know we're maybe talking a lot with people that are possibly coming here from California, and I have worked with several folks from California before. Some of my most recent sales, back in November, I helped a family moving from Central California over to the Nolensville area, which is about 20 minutes or so north of Murfreesboro, here in Rutherford County. The city itself is divided into two counties, but they're on the Rutherford County side. And so the house there, it looks small from the picture there, but it's actually 3,500 square feet. And they ended up having a cash offer, but because of the cash offer and the circumstances surrounding the sale, in this crazy seller's market, we were able to get in $14,000 below list price with that cash offer. And they're here in the house. The husband brought his mom to live with them as well, and they are going to turn the basement into a mother-in-law suite.
Nice, nice.
That's one sale. Another family that I'm working with, we're going to be closing next week. It was supposed to go today, but appraisals are kind of delayed right now, so it delayed us about a week. But they're going to be moving here from South California, and excuse me, he's going to be eventually bringing some more of his family over. That's another house here in Murfreesboro. And he and his family, I actually did a video on this. You can link down below because they're doing the process entirely sight unseen. Wow. So I've never met them before other than through Zoom. And we videoed the entire thing and did it as thorough as we could. And they're excited to move here. They did, however, yes, they did, however, come to Murfreesboro before. So they knew about the area at least and knew that they loved it.
So what kind of price point was that house sold at?
That house they did offer above list price, but it was right at that $300,000 price range, which it's very competitive right now for buyers. And we were in a multiple offer situation. So we did offer above list price for that one.
When you say multiple, what's that look like? How many offers and the competition?
It can be from anywhere between 5 to 10 usually. This one, I know that there were 4 other offers, and my clients really wanted this house. And so I told them exactly what they needed to do to win in a multiple offer situation. And we won the house. It was the only offer that we had put in on a home. So it was a great win all around.
Good for you. But it doesn't sound much different than the climate here in Southern California. You can win in multiple offers, but you have to be willing to do what your agent tells you to do. And sometimes that's a little uncomfortable or not doable, but you can win in multiple offers with the guidance of a good agent. So it's interesting. And so it sounds like these are really competitive price points, but a huge difference from say here in Southern California when, you know, it's really tough to get in on a 3-bedroom, 1-bath at, you know, close to $700,000. There's a big difference. And so the trade-off of going to Tennessee might get you more home than what you could pay for here in Southern California. So what do you see coming in 2021? Obviously, you'll have new inventory. Do you see people migrating from other parts of the country besides Southern California?
I have. Let's see, some of my other clients that I've worked with are from Maryland and the DC area. And I've also got plans to work with folks from Nevada, Illinois, and Florida, among other that I just, Connecticut is another. I've got a few other clients lined up. But a lot are coming from California, and it is mostly like what you said. It's just you can get more house for less money here in Tennessee compared to California. And I completely understand that, especially with the tax situation that we have here. We don't have an income tax in our state, and they recently did away with our retirement taxes on 401k and mutual funds. So I feel like I'm going to call us the new Florida as far as like attracting retirees to our state based off the tax benefits. But we're a little bit different than Florida in that we still have those 4 distinct beautiful seasons here in Tennessee: the mountains, the rivers, the waterfalls. I didn't mention this before, but we have over 50 state parks just sprinkled throughout Tennessee. There's usually something within 30 minutes to, you know, get out and see the great outdoors. I love it.
Awesome. And you had mentioned Amazon in the beginning of our talk.
Yes.
What other, do you know, other big draws as far as what people are coming for from a job standpoint?
So, well, Nashville in itself has tons of opportunity, and especially Murfreesboro area. Our other major employer here in Rutherford County is Nissan. They have a warehouse there where they manufacture the cars. We also have Bridgestone is in the area. We have General Motors in Spring Hill. There's a Volkswagen plant in Chattanooga. So a lot of car manufacturing here. Other things in the Murfreesboro area, we have a Hot Topic distribution center, a few other distribution centers. Recently, State Farm, one of our largest employers, they shut down their what do you call it? Just their building, like a call center, not because they're going out of business, but because they can just pay people to work from home now.
That's cool. So that makes sense. Well, it sounds like a great opportunity there in Mufreesboro and in the surrounding areas. I'll make sure to link all of Rachel's contact information down below, as well as a link or two to some videos that might be of interest to you to learn more about her and the surrounding areas of Mufreesboro that she services. Make sure to reach out directly to Rachael if you have any questions about moving to Mufreesboro and the surrounding areas. And when you're ready to exit Southern California, check out my videos and some of the reasons why I can help you. I'll put those links down below, but call anytime. Rachael, thank you so much for your time today. Hopefully we'll be able to work again in the future. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.
Yes, have a great day. Thanks for having me.